The 2020 election between an old man, and Kanye West. The candidates that no one asked for, the only people that asked for one of these candidates are the obnoxious flag people.
Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, keep the energy you had with Barack, cause you know this Trump train don't stop.
I still truly can't believe people like this actually exist. But with Joe Biden, I don't know about you, but I've never seen anyone be passionately campaigning for him to be candidate. Like, he just seems to have apparated to candidacy, and everyone was kind of just like, yeah, he's better than the alternative, I guess. Now, I can already hear people from both sides of the fence angrily punching their keyboards, even though I haven't really said anything yet. So before I get into this video, I just want to clarify that I know absolutely nothing about American politics, so shut up, alright? Leave me a nice comment instead, and while you're there, drop me a subscribe and a like. I'd really appreciate that, thank you. So in today's very special video, I'll be going over what happened before, during, and after the election from my perspective, at least. Now, I'm not sure if many people have noticed this, but American politicians seem to have a knack for making incredibly dramatic campaign ads.
Hi, I'm Bob. I am running for Iowa's open seat in the U.S. Senate. Term limits for Congress need to become the 28th Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. I believe in every aspect of our Constitution.
Oh, look, what a lovely dog. So cute. What a lovely ad.
If you are the sexual predator and sociopath who murdered my sister Lynette, and you come to my front door to do harm to my girls, I'm gonna use my Glock.
Oh, well, fair enough, Bob. It's just the fact there's like upbeat royalty-free music in the background.
I'm gonna use my Glock.
But for some reason, most of these campaign videos I found involve guns. I mean, it's America, after all.
This is Will Brook. We're down here to have a little fun today and talk about two serious subjects. The Second Amendment, and see how much damage we can do to this copy of Obamacare.
Okay, try and name something more American than shooting free healthcare. There is just so much to deconstruct from this one frame. First of all, what the fuck does that even mean? Secondly, there's no way you should ever elect anyone for anything under any circumstances if they have a Comic Sans bumper sticker. That's just an automatic red flag. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. But then he just spends the rest of the video shooting paper and then gives up and chucks it in a wood chipper. Honestly, I'm convinced someone could just re-upload an FPS Russia video from 2012 and title it something to do with the election, and some nutcase will look at it and think, oh yes, that's the man for the job. Like, if you want to be an American politician, just get a gun and shoot some shit. I'm sure someone will vote for you. And the people that are running for office this year, their videos aren't much different. We have this one here of a man claiming that the Democrats are trying to make him stop flying his plane upside down or something.
I've always said I was Serbia's United States Senate as long as I can fly upside down. We've been listening to Democrats trying to destroy everything that's made America great.
Oh, those damn libs trying to stop this man from flying his plane upside down. What next? I'm not allowed to own a B-58? This isn't the America the founding fathers back in the 1700s had in mind. They don't wanted me to have that fighter jet. Also, why would this be a selling point? Surely there can only be about 5 people this affects. Now, I don't know if he means, oh, I'll keep fighting till they let me keep my right to fly upside down. Maybe he means I will not give up on being elected until I physically cannot fly a plane upside down anymore, which, if anything, would just make it even weirder.
Did you know Kelly Loeffler was ranked the most conservative senator in America?
Yep, she's more conservative than Attila the Hun.
Okay, now at first I thought this one here was a parody, and part of me still does, even though there are multiple news sites talking about this and she tweeted it out herself. But I can't help but feel as though this is a joke, because why the fuck would you run an ad campaign comparing yourself to someone who's considered to be one of the most evil men in history? If anything, she's running a smear campaign on herself. But believe it or not, this ad gets worse.
Eliminate the liberal scribes.
More conservative than Attila the Hun.
Uh-oh.
What? What? Is she saying she's going to kill liberal? What? No, I'm not putting words in her mouth right now. This is literally what the ad is saying. I'm not taking anything out of context here. This is the ad. This is mental. No way would this run anywhere else except America. For comparison, this is the sort of thing British politicians do to promote their campaign.
Now, I know you're a very busy man, but when was the last time you cooked and what did you make?
The last time I cooked was last night, and I made steak and oven chips, which were very good.
Just think about that. A really bad parody of Vogue's 73 questions, and someone comparing themselves to Attila the Hun, thinking it will make them look good, and someone crying because they might not be able to fly their plane upside down anymore. Now, it's not just random losers fighting for the American Parliament or whatever. Even the big boys have been posting campaign videos, and I think you could probably guess who has the worst ones.
This test and makes your mistake an issue for voters.
The American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Are people supposed to watch this and go, oh, wow, that has turned me against... I was all for Joe Biden before, I tell you. But after I've seen this, I will not vote for that man who quite clearly did them things in that video. Not in this God-fearing household. And then, of course, aside from the ads, we had the debates.
Which was heavily...
Mr. President,
you would have been much
President,
later.
Donald, would you
and
just
you don't
be quiet
know
for a
her,
minute?
but this is big. This is big stuff.
Do you have any idea what this clown's doing? Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir? No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has, you know,
why would you answer that
because
question?
the question is,
radical left.
Will you shut up, man? It's hard to get any word in with this clown.
All right,
if you knew anything about, I can't remember which of all his rantings.
I'm having a little trouble myself.
Wow, some real thought-provoking moments. And those are only clips from the first debate. In the second debate, they had to mute their mics when it wasn't their turn to speak, so they wouldn't interrupt each other. Now, I'm just going to start this off by saying the American election night is nowhere near as good as the British one. It's all stats and people interviewing the public as if anyone actually gives a fuck what they have to say. Here in the great nation of British, our elections are always between Labour and the Conservatives and the other parties, but no one really cares. And the whole election night coverage is dedicated to humiliating the losers. Because unlike the American election, where the candidates will most likely hear the results in the comfort of their own home or in an office or something, in England, they have to stand on stage in a church hall and see if they've lost their job or not in front of the whole country. It's just 8 hours of this. It's brilliant. But with the American one, I'm not even going to bother showing the coverage because it's just dead. But do you know what's not dead? The merch drop coming on Friday. Whoa. And this is the biggest one I've done yet, and I'll tell you why. Loads of stuff from the past is getting restocked, and there's a new piece going up, and guess what? It's going to be available till the end of the year. Incredible, I know. Get it as a Christmas gift for your favourite sibling. Buy it for yourself. Very cool. Memeulous.shop, Friday at 6 PM. Epic. Now back onto the election. So what happened over the night was Trump was well ahead, basically all evening. I was checking the odds on a betting app, and he was like by far the favourite to win throughout most of the night. So I ended up falling asleep midway through the coverage, and I woke up to Biden scoring a 90th minute screamer. So now Big Biden is elected King of America. Mr. Trump humbly accepted defeat and conceded the election. Oh, did he fuck? He went on a big Twitter rampage, essentially claiming the election was rigged, resulting in his account looking like this. And his main reason for the election apparently being rigged was the fact that he was ahead until the mail-in ballots came through, even though it was very well known before the election even started that way more Democrat voters than Republican voters vote via mail. Also, it could be down to the fact that Trump was literally telling his supporters to vote in person.
Go to the voting booth and vote early and in person. Don't let them take your vote away. The most important election we've ever had. Thank you. Go to the voting booth and vote early and in person.
So Donald Trump is now claiming the election is rigged because of mail-in ballots. Like, no, it's not rigged. You just took an L. Move on, pal.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win.
He's like that one friend you play COD with that claims the other team's hacking when they're just wank. But this, of course, started an uprising of people trying to get them to stop the count without realizing at the time if they stopped the count, Joe Biden would have won anyway because he was ahead. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm not American and I know next to nothing about American politics. So I can tell you from the perspective of a fresh set of eyes that haven't been brainwashed by these weird over-the-top political ads and shit. It's clear as fucking day he was planning this. If he didn't win the election, he knew he had a good chance of winning through in-person votes, and he knew he could just cry fraud and loads of people would just go along with it. Why do American elections have to be so complicated? Why can't they just do what we do over here and get the Queen to spin a big mystery wheel of everyone in the country over the age of 40, and whoever it lands on becomes Prime Minister? So what's going to happen now in the great country of America? Fuck knows. Okay, so yeah, that was a bit of a different video. I don't think I've ever really done a video like that before with that kind of editing. I'm not sure how often I'm going to do stuff like this. It just seems as though the American election would be a good topic to make a video like this on. So yeah, if you enjoyed, let me know. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit. Merch drop Friday.